Hello again, everybody. My name is Steve Green, and I am your host today for the webinar that is going to cover the Jeunesse compensation plan. So let's get started and get to it. The first thing that you need to do is you need to sign up as an independent distributor for $49.95. You get a website, you get your back office, you get to order the product at wholesale direct from the company. You get to plug into a proven multi-million-dollar international platform. And so you get a position in the computer. There's several ways to make money, and we're going to start with the team building part of our compensation plan, which is the core of our plan. What we do here, ladies and gentlemen, is we build an ever-growing community of wholesale buyers who are ordering the product direct from the company to their door. They're using the products, sharing their results with their friends, and teaching them how they can do the same thing. And so for that $49.95, of course, you can order at wholesale, sell the product at retail. Everyone does that. We have people making hundreds of dollars a week just retailing the product. But now what we're going to talk about is the team building, which is getting paid on the wholesale distribution of the community that you're going to build. So the first thing that you have to do is to activate your position in the computer. What does that mean? You need to order a product package from the company ranging in price from $199 all the way up to $1,799. Any one of those packages will activate you in the plan. The more you spend, the more inventory that you get. And inventory is an advantage in our business model, because when you're in your local area and you have inventory and you show people what you have, they want it, and it's a real advantage for you to be able to say, well, here's yours, write me a check. So, but any one of those packages will activate you in the plan. It's kind of like flipping on the light switch. So let's say that you place a product package order, you're ready to get started building your community. So let's say that you have a friend, Bill. You've known Bill for 20 years. You send him a video, you put him on a webinar, he tries the product, he's excited, he wants to join your business. Bill goes to your website, and you can place Bill either on your left or right team. So let's say that you place Bill on your left team. The first thing that Bill has to do, he has to activate. So he looks over to the left and he decides, I'm going to order the Ambassador Pack for $1,099. Now that is a very popular package to get started with. It's the package that I, as a matter of fact, got started with because I wanted all the advantages that that package brings. But when Bill orders that package because you sponsored Bill, the company's going to pay you a $250 bonus. Now each product package has a point value attached to it. And this particular package, the Ambassador Pack, has a 500-point value, so that goes into the team building portion of the plan to calculate your team building money. Okay, next, you have to qualify in our compensation plan. What does that mean? You have to personally sponsor one friend, place them on the left team who places an order, and place one friend on the right team who places an order. So you have another friend, Mary. Send her the video, put her on a conference call. She gets on a webinar, tries the product, and Mary wants to join your business. She goes to your website, and you place Mary on your right team in order for you to qualify. What's the first thing Mary has to do? She has to activate. So she decides to order the basic pack order for $199. You would earn a $25 commission for that, and 100 points goes into the plan attributable to that order. Now, you are qualified. You have become an executive in the compensation plan. So now what we want to do is, in turn, build more executives in your community. So look at Bill. All right, Bill has to build his left and right team. So he does the same thing that you did. He goes out and gets his two best friends, who are Mike and Sue, places one on the left, one on the right. According to the rules, the first thing that Mike and Sue have to do, they have to activate. So they look over there and order the Ambassador Pack, and the company ships them the product. And Bill earns a commission of $250 times 2, or $500. And 500 points goes into the plan for each one of those orders. Now here's how this works. In real time, the computer is tabulating all the points being generated by your left and right teams to infinity. And when it sees a total of 600 points generated by one team, 300 points generated by the other team, they're going to pay you a $35 cycle bonus. So in our example here today, how many points do we have on our left team so far? Well, 1,500. How many points do we have on our right team so far? 100 points. As you can see, you have plenty of points on your left team, but you don't have at least 300 points on your right team as of yet. However, Mary needs to qualify. So she goes out and gets her two friends, Bob and Tina, places one on the left, one on the right. What's the first thing Bob and Tina need to do? They need to activate. So they order the basic pack order, just like Mary did. So Mary would make $25 times 2, or $50 in bonus money, and 100 points goes into the plan for each one of those orders. Now how many points do you have on your right team? 300. The computer says, stop, we have to pay you. So it runs a little calculation. It subtracts 600 points from your left team to cycle you, which leaves 900 points. And it subtracts 300 points from your right team to cycle you, which leaves 0. Boom, you just made a $35 cycle bonus. Keep in mind, again, that your points of the communities that you are building, left and right side, are tracked by the computer and added up to infinity. So the bigger your groups get on your left and right team, the faster that you hit the 600 and 300 point threshold, and the more often you earn $35 cycle bonus. Now you may say, Steve, this is great, but I know more than 2 people. Well, let's say you have a friend, Sam. He wants to sign up. So you can place Sam on your left or right team. So let's just say that you want to put Sam on the left team. So Sam would go to your website, sign up, and that's where Sam would fall. That's where the computer would place him in the structure that we have as an example here today. And that would fall down on Mike's left side. Now, what's the first thing Sam's got to do? He has to activate. So he goes and orders the ambassador pack, just like everybody else on that team is doing. And because you brought Sam here, the company's going to pay you the $250 bonus. And again, 500 points goes into the plan. So I'm sure you're seeing by now how this thing works as far as the team building concept goes. Now, we ship to over 100 countries around the world. You can build an international business from your living room without even knowing anybody internationally. Here's how this would work for you. Let's say Sam has joined the business and he has a friend in Malaysia. Well, we ship to Malaysia. Sam gets on a Skype call, calls Mr. Malaysia for free, talks to him, puts him on one of our webinars, and Mr. Malaysia wants to join Sam in his business. He goes to Sam's website and signs up. And Sam places Mr. Malaysia on his left team. Now, first thing, of course, Mr. Malaysia needs to do is he needs to activate. When he does that, but it just so happens that Mr. Malaysia has been at another network marketing company halfway around the world, and he's created an organization of 10,000 distributors. And that company is going out of business. And so Mr. Malaysia wants to move over all of his people over into Jeunesse and start building his left and right teams with those people. So he starts to do that. And then all of these orders are starting to be placed. And 500 points is going into the plan, and 500, and 500, and 500, and 100, and 500. And so let's say that that community of 10,000 people that Mr. Malaysia brings over here generates 100,000 points during the calendar month. Now, Mr. Malaysia falls on Sam's left team. So Sam would get credit for the 100,000 points that Mr. Malaysia and his team have generated to get paid on. Now, the next question is Mr. Malaysia on Mike's left team, yes or no? Well, the answer is yes. So Mike also gets credit for the 100,000 points to get paid on. Next question, is Mr. Malaysia on Bill's left team? Yes or no? Answer is yes. Bill gets credit for the 100,000 points. How about you? You also get credit for the 100,000 points to get paid on. As a matter of fact, you get credit for all the points that Sam's two teams builds to infinity every single day for the rest of the program. So you wouldn't know Mr. Malaysia if he walked in the door. You see how that works? So you start locally and you dream globally. Because as this starts to push out and people start to build and they start to activate and qualify and bring their friends into the program, inevitably somebody knows somebody in Canada or Mexico or Taiwan or Hong Kong or Singapore or somewhere in Europe or Israel. We're shipping to over 100 countries around the world, and you can build an international business starting today with this compensation plan and start getting paid on it today. So it's an incredible compensation plan. As a matter of fact, in just this part of the program alone, the team building part that I'm just now showing you, you can earn up to $26,250 a week. $26,250 a week. You can build your two-team communities so large, so big, that stretches across the country and around the world that you can earn up to 750 cycles a week times $35 per cycle, $26,250 a week. Incredible money. And I will tell you, there are people at this company as we speak that are maxing out the team building part of the plan every single week. All right, a little bit more money here for you. Well, let's talk about the matching check bonus. This is paid in addition to everything you've seen so far. And here's how this works. You have a position in another computer program, which I'm graphically going to represent on the screen. And everybody that you personally sponsor is placed on your first level to calculate your match money. So in our last example, there was Bill, there was Mary, and there was Sam. Remember Sam? Now he fell, remember, down further in the team building part of the plan. But in the match, no matter where your people fall in the community and the team building, they're lined up on your first level to calculate your match money. So here's how this works. Bill is going out and he is building his left and right team. And he's really going to town. And he's making 35, 35, 35. Because you brought Bill here, okay, you are going to get a 20% match on everything he does, everything he earns every week in the team building part of the plan. Bill makes $1,000. How much do you get? $200. Mary makes $2,000. You get a check for $400 sent to you by the company in matching check bonus. Sam doesn't make anything. What do you get? Well, of course, you don't make anything either. But the point is this. There is no limit to the number of people that you can personally sponsor into the program. So over the next few months, if you personally introduced 50 people to the program, you can get 20% of 50 people's team building checks every week. But it doesn't stop there. Bill and Mary and everybody on your first level is personally sponsoring people. So according to the rules, those people are placed on their first level to calculate their money, but that falls on your second level of match. You get 15% of all those checks every week. Those people are personally introducing people. That falls on your third level of match. You get 10% of all of their checks every week. As a matter of fact, the company pays a 7-level matching check bonus program here. And just to illustrate how powerful this can be, think about this. What if you personally introduced 10 people to Jeunesse Global? How many checks can you get 20% of every week? Well, 10. Now, let's say those 10 each go get 10. How many checks can you get 15% of on your second level every week? 100. Now, let's say those 100 people each go get 10 and sponsor them into Jeunesse Global. How many checks can you get 10% of every week on your third level match? 1,000. There are people at the company that are making more money out of the matching check bonus program than even out of the team building. So incredible compensation here. So what we did, we went over how you can order at wholesale, sell the product at retail, make the wholesale retail spread. We talked about how you can get people started and introduced to the company. They place their initial product package order, and you can earn up to $250 bonus for that. We talked about how you build 2 communities in the team building part of our plan and start getting paid on the wholesale distribution to infinity on those on the 2 communities that you're building, up to $26,250 a week. And now we've also seen how you can get a 7-level matching check bonus sent to you every single week. You know, we have achievement levels at our company. When you get started, you start out as an associate, and then you work your way up. You will notice the top level in the compensation plan is the diamond level. That's where everyone aspires to be. And is there any wonder? The diamonds get to share in the worldwide sales of the company. Now keep in mind, our company is doubling sales every year. We've gone in 2011 from 60 million in sales, 2012 120 million, 2013 254 million. We had our first $40 million month over the summer. The company is on track to do $500 million in sales over the next year, on their way to $1 billion a year. Wouldn't it be fun to be able to share in the worldwide sales of the Jeunesse Global company? It's just incredible to think about. As a matter of fact, diamond checks, bonus checks go out on an annual basis, and currently those checks are ranging anywhere from $150,000 up to $500,000 bonus and up. So incredible compensation as a diamond. Now, I will tell you that the key position in our compensation plan is the Sapphire Executive position. Okay? That is the springboard into the director levels. So you want to become a Sapphire Executive as quickly as you can. So if you will recall, we talked about getting started in our program. You had the option of ordering a package starting at $199 all the way up to $1,799. If you elect to order the Ambassador Pack to get started for $1,099 or the Super Jumbo Pack for $1,799, the company is going to reward you for placing that order. Here's what they're going to do for you. They're going to take you from the associate position and they're going to leapfrog you up halfway up the compensation plan, and they're going to grandfather you into the Sapphire Executive level from day one. Why do you want to be at the Sapphire Executive level? Because you make the most money for doing the same work. That is the bottom line. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to put my time, money, and effort into a program, I want to maximize my profitability. I'm sure you do too. I don't know of any quicker way to get to the Sapphire Executive level than to place either an Ambassador Pack order for $1,099 or the Super Jumbo for $1,799. They'll leapfrog you up and grandfather you into that position for 6 months without you having to qualify for it. See, you are going to start picking up the matching check bonuses as you start to build from day one. You're going to get paid the 20% match on your first level, 15% on your second, and 10% on your third. So when you're getting started with us in the program, you may want to consider starting there. Okay? If you did not start there and you're looking at this compensation plan after you placed your initial order, you can upgrade by going into your back office, go to the shop tab, go into the package section of the shopping cart, and there will be an upgrade where you can pay the difference and the company will leapfrog you up to that Sapphire executive position, and your 6 months will begin from that point forward. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we have had an incredible compensation plan put in place for us by Jeunesse Global. We have paid out approaching $300 million to date, and you have the opportunity to get a piece of the next $300 million that this company is going to pay out. We also have additional bonuses that you're going to find out more about as you get acclimated to our program. They have incentive trips, cruises, getaways that you're going to want to find out about. So we have a lot of fun here, help a lot of people here, and we sure are helping people to make a lot of money here at Jeunesse Global. My name is Steve Green. It's been my honor and privilege to be with you today, and we'll be speaking to you soon on our next webinar. So long, everybody.